Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to try the new Aromatics Collection from Village Crafting Candle. They sent me each of their bottles and everything I need to make diffusers and room sprays. It's been pretty hot in Toronto and I've been looking for a flameless home fragrance option. And diffusers are a great choice, especially for homes with children, pets, or areas where a candle might be a fire hazard. I love that they provide a continuous release of fragrance. They're low maintenance, and if you make them at home like I'm doing today, you can control the intensity of the fragrance depending on your preference. These are 7-ounce lavish bottles. They come in 4 color combinations. I'm just switching the collars so you can see the different variations. IFRA is the International Fragrance Association. They provide guidelines for the maximum allowable concentration based on different applications. So for diffusers, you want to refer to 10A in the IFRA sheet. The diffuser base label recommends a 10 to 15% fragrance load. I'll be using 15%. So to calculate that, 15% of 7 ounces is just over 1 ounce of fragrance oil. And to find the amount of base we need, I'll just subtract 1.05 from 7, and we get 5.95 ounces of base. Here's a chart for reference if you want to use different fragrance loads in a 7-ounce bottle. Today I'll be using the fragrance Apollo. When you open the IFRA sheet, you can search for the term Read Diffusers, and it'll take you straight to 10A. And you can see for this fragrance, we can use a maximum concentration of 32.2%. That's the maximum you can use, but that doesn't mean you need to use that amount. I'd start with the recommended 10 to 15% fragrance load and work up from there depending on the intensity you want. Clearly, I have trust issues, so I just wanted to make sure that these don't leak if I ship them or if I take them with me on a trip. I left it upside down while I unpacked my car diffusers to see if anything would leak. I've seen these on TikTok and I wanted to make them. You can purchase a variety of shapes online, and you can just purchase the diffuser base and fragrance oil to fill them from Village Crafting Candle. These are fiber reeds. They feel super soft, and I added about 10 of them. I didn't have a pipette, but a straw works as well. It just takes a bit longer and could get messy. Just work slowly and it should be fine. Each bottle holds about 6 grams. You can change out the string with ribbon like this. I think these are so cute. I haven't tried them yet, so hopefully the oil doesn't drip out of the sides, but I'd recommend using thicker ribbon. Measure a piece of ribbon that is slightly longer than the original string. I use some tape to wrap around the end of the ribbon to pull it through the lid.
I'm scared of showing up. I'll miss the regular weekends. Don't tell me way too much.
Unwrap some of the tape and insert the other side of the ribbon. Just enough to make a point. The bead should slide in easily, and once you're done, unwrap the tape. If it's wrapped too tight, you can just cut it off. That's why we made this slightly longer than the original string. This is the 9-ounce Allure bottle. It looks super sleek and modern, and I can picture these in a Restoration Hardware or CB2 catalog. If you plan on selling or gifting these, you need to ship the liquid separately in a different bottle. I filled this up to 9 ounces and it fills right to the top. These are the thick fiber reeds. They kind of remind me of a sponge or foam-like texture, but they're not as compressible or cushiony. Here's another chart for your reference if you want to use different percentages for 9 ounces. For room sprays, they have 2 different bottles available. The 7-ounce Boston Round spray bottle is made of plastic and looks classic. They also have the Charisma 4-ounce glass bottle. Feels pretty thick, it's a high quality glass and has substantial weight. The room spray base recommends a 10 to 15% fragrance load as well. I'm filling a 7-ounce bottle again. I'll just use the same calculation from the diffusers we made earlier. For this room spray, I'm using the fragrance Forest Hill. I opened the IFRA document and scrolled down to 10B where it says air freshener sprays, and the maximum allowable concentration for this fragrance is 32.9%. Again, that is the maximum amount you can use safely in your room spray, but that doesn't mean you need to use that much. Start at the recommended 10 to 15% and adjust the amount from there. I filled one of the Boston bottles and the entire 7 ounces didn't fit, so I took an empty bottle, zeroed it out on the scale to remove the weight of the bottle, then placed the one that was filled to measure the weight. This bottle holds 6 ounces by weight. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but I tried to film how the bottle sprays and used a piece of cardboard so you can see how fine the mist is. Next, I filled the Charisma bottle, and this one holds 3.2 ounces by weight and has a super fine mist as well. To finish off the DIY, let's make some labels. I measured the bottles and liked a 2x2 label size on them, especially on the Lavish diffuser bottle. For the Boston bottles, you can also fit a 2x3 inch label comfortably. I didn't have 2x2 labels, so I printed these on a 2x4 label and cut them out.
I see you brought another girl, but you still like me and I like you. Yeah, you just let them in your life, cause you're afraid of what you feel inside. No wonder your eyes keep looking with me.
For the smaller car diffusers, I cut out 1-inch square labels, and I had these 2-inch circle labels that fit perfectly under the Lavish bottle. Thank you, Village Crafting Candle. This was such a fun DIY, and I'm so surprised at how easy they were to make. Once you add a label and some packaging, these would make great gifts for any occasion.
I like you, yeah, you just let them in your life, cause you're